these days people have like, this person is not in my league, he's not my type. Yes, you've tried your type and it has failed. Try someone that is not in your type. You understand? We are going to head into our first conversation tonight, which is going to be about healing. You ask yourself, what is healing? I would define healing as a process that someone goes through to recover from trauma, to recover from pain, or it could even be sickness. But how you define it all depends on you. So we are going to talk about the three kinds of healing. We have the physical healing, we have the emotional healing, there's also spiritual healing. With the physical, you could be sick, could have had an accident or something. The body is trying to heal. It has more to do with the tissue or flesh, the wounds and everything of that sort. But tonight we're going to focus on only two types of healing. With the emotional healing, you can have emotional trauma, say from a relationship, from your workplace, or whatever you've been going through. And then with the spiritual healing, has more to do with reconnecting with your true calling or with your true purpose. Now, when we dive into healing, we focus mainly about how someone gets to heal. The fastest way or the first way for you to heal is to accept. Normally, oftentimes in life, we keep on expecting instead of accepting the situations that we are in. Most people think that they're going to jump from wherever they are or whatever they're trying to survive and then wake up one day and everything is done. Yes, however, that is not what happens in actual life. In real life, you have to go through everything. You have to go through the pain. You have to go through whatever it takes for you to get where you're supposed to be. Now, for you to heal, you have to accept the situation. Accept that you've lost the job. Accept that you've lost the marriage. Accept that you have lost something. Accept the pain. There's also a Bible verse that speaks about resist the devil and he will flee from you. So you're not going to resist a devil you do not know. So you're going to first of all understand where you are, the situation that you're going through. You're going to look at what devil it is. What is this thing that is attacking me? After that, you're going to start rejecting it. Rejecting it still takes us back to the art of holy boundaries, where you say no to everything that is not what you want to have. So the moment you figure out that this is what I'm dealing with at the moment, it's going to be easy for you to reject whatever is not what you want at that time. So accepting where you are is going to program your brain to start looking for solutions, to start making research. If it's sickness, you're going to give in the will to start wanting to survive that illness. So accepting is going to be very important in this journey of healing. If it's a job you lost, if it's a situation to do with money, if it's a situation to do with your home, maybe you're going through a phase with your husband or children, something you're trying to heal from. I'm talking about also about mothers in this situation. You go through postpartum depression. So the best way you can overcome these things is when you accept that they're actually happening, and that way your brain can be able to come up with solutions or the things that you can do to get out of the situation. And then the other thing is healing, more to do with the physical. You're going to look at resting. A lot of people fall in this category. We have the workaholics, we have the mothers, we have the fathers, we have your grandparents, firstborns who are trying to take care of their family and all that. Now, resting, you have to look for safety for yourself. Most times when we are working, most people believe that the only person or the only version of you that deserves to be resting or celebrated is the version that has healed, the version that is successful, a version that has made it. Then we forget to take care of the version of us that is in the work. Like I said in the beginning, we have also physical healing in the picture. Okay, as you're working to heal your emotions, you might end up also wounding the physical. So by the time you're healing, then the physical comes in and then your body is worked out, you're trying to treat illnesses and everything of that sort. So under this category, you're going to have to rest. Make sure you get as much rest as possible, because if your body is being overworked, if your body is not resting, that means you will not be able to execute the actual work that is done in the physical world as well. So remember to take care of yourself, eat healthy, try to work out, get a workout routine. If it's something to do with maybe you had an accident or something, try as much as you can to take care of yourself. Make sure you're eating the right foods, you're getting the right amount of water. You basically take care of you physically. And then the other thing is, as you're trying to heal yourself, and most importantly, most people ignore this, try to look for support. Seek support from people. You know, when people are trying to survive, some people try to shift and stay out of the world. Yeah? Try to speak to people. The more people you speak to, everyone has something that they can give you to learn from. You know, the situation you're going through right now, another person went through it. You might not know it yet. Sometimes it's even our immediate neighbor. For example, I have a time in my life, I left my job. You know, like I just woke up, I was overworked a little bit. I woke up this morning, I had a problem with my ears. I had a problem with my voice. I had wounds in my throat. So I woke up this morning, I'm like, today I might not be able to work. But then again, at that same job, if you miss work, you get fired. If you miss work consecutively, like say 3 days in a row, you might go to your workplace again and someone has sat there because it was a very busy place. It was a very busy area. They could not leave a place like empty for a long time. So when I went that day, I reached my workplace. We had team leaders. We didn't have like supervisors. There were a lot of team leaders. So I speak to one. I'm like, I'm not feeling well today. My voice is going this and this and that. What? Then it was something I felt I needed to deal with urgently. But then this person is like, you have to first put in a requisition for sick leave, what. So I just made that decision. I'm like, okay, I think I need to be out of here right now. So I left. But when I left, of course, after some time, yes, I healed. And after some time now, I remember I don't have a job anymore. I don't have like a recommendation letter or something. It put me in a position where I'm struggling, but at the same time, I felt like I didn't have anyone to speak to. So it's until around that same time, I went out with like a bunch of my friends. We are catching up, we are eating, girls things. So I happened to share with them, like, I don't have a job right now. You guys, I'm going through this and this and that. And at that moment, a friend of mine also comes up and she's like, oh, wait, I also just... Okay, her case was a bit different from mine, but what mattered at the moment, we both didn't have jobs. So she's like, as I try this side, also try your side. Whoever gets, you put the other across. I'm like, okay. So this random day, I'm at home, I'm seated. She calls me. She's like, Sandra, come, show up here. There's an opportunity for this and this. I cannot take it up, but I feel like you are the perfect person to do this. So it was something to do with communication. So she knew I was so good at it. She was not selfish. She just called me. She's like, I think you would be better for this than myself. And guess what? I went for the interview and I got the job. So it drives me back to you that you have to speak to a bunch of people so that you can be able to heal from the things that are causing you to feel the pain and not healing in time. And then the other thing is process the wounds, like allow yourself to feel everything that is going on. Sometimes, like people feel like for you to heal, you have to ignore the pain. You have to act like the situation didn't happen. In healing, you have to let yourself feel everything. Say if you went through a breakup or your boyfriend left you or something, and then those memories keep coming back to you, it is okay to feel them. That way, you can be able to acknowledge where you are, and you will have to train your brain what to reject at that time. Allow yourself to feel all the pain. You have to be very graceful to yourself. Healing is a process. It's not a state. It's not something that just happens. It takes you to put in some work, to put in a lot of things that most people are ignoring. Yes, because sometimes they feel like, oh my God, I can't do this because I'm this kind of person. Because in most cases when we are in that vulnerable situation, most people feel like they are not worthy anymore. Yeah? But I need to let you know that your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. If your boss was not able to see how good enough you are for that job, it is okay. You need to be able to know what you're good at and know that you're the best at it, no matter how many opponents you have in line. So with that being said, we are going to look at people who find themselves not being able to heal. You're trying this, you're trying to ignore the pain, you've gotten drunk. Some people feel like if they go to the bar, maybe getting drunk all the time, with time, they feel like time is what heals them. But in actual sense, you have to put in the work so that you can completely heal from the things you're going through. Now, here's a few reasons why some people are not healing. First, the excuse of not having the responsibility. For example, you're going to find a few people, not all of them. You're going to find people like, say, maybe you've ended up being a single mother, and then someone comes to you and they're willing to help you through the situation, say maybe take care of the child and stuff like that. Now we have people in this category, nga ye, bwalaba nti you can help them, they lay back. They sit, they're like, okay, at least this person is handling it. Even when they are supposed to put in some work to heal, you find the person sitting because they expect someone to show up for them, to do things for them. Now, if you're that kind of person expecting people to come through for you, you're going to find yourself going through the same cycle, and you then pass the same thing to your children or the people around you. So you need to train yourself to go through or come out of situations without expecting someone to come through for you. You know, like, people are very busy. These days, we walk into workplaces, you'll find children younger than you. Sometimes you can even work with someone that is like 18 years, and at some point they be your bosses. Yeah, people are like very, very busy. So whatever time the situation has hit you, you need to understand that it's not anyone that's going to come and pick you up and put you back wherever you are. And healing does not need you to be who you were before the pain. It just needs you to learn to be wiser, to be stronger, to come out of whatever you are. So if you find yourself that you've healed and then you're still the kind of person you were before, it's a bit tricky to deal with, okay? Then the other thing that causes people not to heal is lack of environmental change. If you realize that the things that are keeping you sick are in the environment you're in and you're not doing anything about it, because there's a statement that says that whatever you're not changing, you're deciding or you're choosing. So if you're, say, in a toxic relationship with someone, like we normally have some friends, like asobola okujja kugamba, I'm going through this and this in that toxic relationship. You're literally not doing anything about it, yeah? But you expect a different outcome from it all the time. Sometimes, I like challenging myself, yeah? I want to push myself to the limits to know what I am capable of doing. So whenever something has not worked for you, it's okay. You can try something else. Bw'obanga ogezezaako maybe to date this kind of person, try something else. Yeah, because these days people have like, this person is not in my league, he's not my type. Yes, you've tried your type and it has failed. Try someone that is not in your type. You understand? You need to be versatile in the healing process. You need to be flexible to try many different things so you can reach to the end of the healing process and, of course, come out as a winner and like we all wish to be. Thank you so much. See you on our next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and of course, leave comments. If you have any questions, you can leave in the comment section. Thank you.